Hello, my fellow circle of nerds and squares. I want to present to you today. Has anybody ever heard the rumor? And I know just recently a lot of people heard the rumor. I believe it was, if I'm not mistaken, please correct me. I believe it was off of Jim Cornette's actually, one of his podcasts. If I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken, but please correct me if I'm wrong. Just recently, actually, I was listening to it, and they were talking about the Vince McMahon theory that if it works in Madison Square Garden, then that's where they're going. Something along the lines of that. I forgot the exact lines, but it's something along the lines of that. I don't work in the business, obviously. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a huge fucking mark, like everybody else is. That's it. But I can attest to the fact that if it works in Madison Square Garden, that's where they're going for the next few months. A lot of people who don't live in the New York area, but a lot of people don't realize in Madison Square Garden and Nassau Coliseum, for that fact, that's where they have their holiday tour. Whether it's the day after Christmas, 2 days after Christmas, 3 days after Christmas, 2 days before New Year's, you get the point. They have their holiday tour, and Madison Square Garden is their big event. Nassau Coliseum on Long Island, just literally Nassau Coliseum is in Nassau County, within miles. What, 45 minutes at the most in traffic to Madison Square Garden from Nassau Coliseum, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I live on Long Island. But anyway, it's either the Nassau Coliseum falls either the day before or the day after Madison Square Garden. Now, there was a house show at Madison Square Garden during the holiday tour, right? If I'm not mistaken, I believe it was 2011. Once again, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. During this holiday tour, the main event was John Cena versus Chris Jericho for the WWE Championship in a steel cage. I'm just letting you know this is the holiday tour where this event took place. If I'm not mistaken, no. Actually, no. I could have been there a year early. Whatever the case is, the opening match after the dark matches, which I don't understand why there's dark matches at a house show. But anyway, the actually opening match was a battle royal. It was a battle royal for, I believe the winner was like the Intercontinental freaking, had a title shot at the Intercontinental Champion and whatnot. Here's the thing though. While they were actually had the battle royal, you can definitely tell who they were setting up to actually win the battle royal, and the way they played it out did not happen to the way the fans actually played it out. You know what I'm saying? In the middle of the entire battle royal, Santino Morello was in the middle of the battle royal, and the entire Madison Square Garden started chanting. You heard it slowly, Santino, Santino, and before you knew it, within seconds, the entire Madison Square Garden was chanting for Santino Morello. Now, what's crazy is it just so happens it was literally about a minute and a half tops before he was actually set to get eliminated. Just by chance, the crowd fucking was pissed. They were not interested in the rest of the battle royals the moment Santino Morello got fucking eliminated. Now, if I'm not mistaken, once again, I believe this is the same exact year. Well, obviously it's the end of the year, so you get what I'm saying. A few months later, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was the Elimination Chamber. Who was one of the last two men in the Elimination Chamber? Santino Morello. Do you know why? A lot of people are actually questioning why the fuck would anybody put Santino Morello as the last fucking two men? Because of the ovation that he got at Madison Square Garden. Now check this out. Santino Morello came out later on, a few matches later, because he had to fight somebody. I don't know if it was a singles match or a freaking tag team match. But the moment his music hit, the fucking place erupted. Madison Square Garden. Check this out. September of 2019, if I'm not mistaken, the exact date was September 8th. The return of Stone Cold Steve Austin, and he returned to Madison Square Garden. Do you know who was there? I was there. This isn't about Stone Cold as much as I love Stone Cold, because that was honestly my idol when I was a teenager. This is about Baron Corbin. Now, let's be honest. When Baron Corbin comes out, even on social media, he gets the worst rap ever for whatever reason. When he was NXT or wherever he was, people fucking loved him. Then he moved up to the main roster and like, fuck this guy. But no, he came out in Madison Square Garden. The entire Madison Square Garden was actually split. I want to honestly say about 70-30. 70% of them was actually cheering and chanting, "Let's go Baron," and 30% of them was chanting, "Baron sucks." So Madison Square, and this is during the King of the Ring freaking tournament, which, might I add, within like a week or two, maybe even 3 weeks tops from where I'm actually recording this, September 1st, Baron Corbin will actually be King of the Ring for 1 year. Nobody realizes that. But anyway, back to Madison Square Garden. The majority of Madison Square Garden was actually chanting for Baron Corbin. And guess who wins the King of the Ring? King Baron. You get what I'm saying now. So to actually attest to, what happens at Madison Square Garden, the way the fans react, and that's the way that Vince McMahon chooses to go to. Yeah, I do believe that for the most part, because like I said, you just heard I was there when the fans erupted for Santino Marella, and like I said, it was just by chance. About like a minute or two later, he got eliminated, and the fans were like, "Boo!" They were not, myself included, was not fucking having that. And then freaking, like I said, with Baron Corbin too. Stone Cold, holy shit, when he came out at 8 o'clock on the dot. 8 o'clock on the dot, the glass broke, 8:04. I lost my voice completely for 2.5 weeks straight. You can ask anybody that they'll even attest to that. And look, yeah, bro, he could not speak for 2.5 weeks straight. He lost it. I was screaming so hard. That was a beautiful night. But that was the night Baron Corbin was fucking made. Because that was the night that the fucking arena, no matter what arena it was, but it just so happens that it was the world's greatest arena, Madison Square Garden, that the fans turned and actually chanted for fucking Baron Corbin. And look where he is now. And I have no problem with Baron Corbin. I personally think he's the uber fucking heel in WWE. That's just people hate him for no reason. Fuck it. Let him be him and let him keep fucking hating him. You know who I didn't like as WWE champion? By the way, Baron Corbin is going to be fucking whether Universal champion or WWE champion. You already know that. I didn't like when The Miz was actually WWE champion. And the only reason I didn't like that is because I thought it was too soon. And this is just my opinion, but I think WWE mixed up the wrong type of heat. Because at the time, not now, God bless Miz, but at the time, myself included, everybody could not stand the Miz. You know why? Not because he was a great heel, on the strength that everybody, including the fans, did not think that the Miz deserved to fucking be in WWE. And that's the God's honest truth. And I think WWE jumped the shark, so to say, and made the mistake of putting the title on him, not realizing like, no, this is not why fans don't like him. Fans don't like him because like they even feel he has not earned his fucking spot. Now, in my opinion, and I was the worst Miz critic. I could not stand that motherfucker because he did not belong in WWE. Now, if you ask me, in my opinion, The Miz is the greatest intercontinental champion of all time. Somebody please freaking prove me wrong. Argue with me as why it's either The Miz or Chris Jericho, but I would honestly have to go with The Miz because you remember The Miz as a greater intercontinental champion than you remember Chris Jericho. Because most of the time you remember Chris Jericho, yeah, as intercontinental champion, but you remember him as a better world champion, hands down. So yeah, and remember, Chris Jericho was also in Japan and won the Intercontinental Championship out there. So there is an argument made. But in my opinion, no offense, Chris Jericho, and that is literally like my number 3 all-time favorite wrestler. I think The Miz has him beat on the greatest Intercontinental Champion. But the argument is still made We're changing the balance that freaking Chris Jericho did win a fucking Intercontinental Championship in Japan. The Miz has not. All of his titles, Intercontinental titles, has been won in WWE. With that said, the television championship. Why the fuck? God bless NWA, by the way. Please catch NWA, even though they're not actually like wrestling right now or the business right now or whatever they're doing. But please catch NWA because they are freaking. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for doing whatever you do to get a hold of us. You are watching, listening, tuning in, whatever you do. Nerd Square Circle. We are a circle of nerds. We are a circle of squares. Hey, if you're listening right now, make sure to tune into our sister station, Political This. Hashtag Truth Speak. Excuse me. Verbal diarrhea. Remember to put in the hashtag Truth Speak so you can see us. Please subscribe, please like, share, comment for all the latest politics and bullshit that's going on in the world today, the world of yesterday, the world of yesteryear, yesterdecade, yestercentury, yes to whatever. That's what we are, politics. If you like cooking, if you like food, you like sports, like music, right here, Nerd Square Circles, where you're supposed to be. Politics, please tune in. And there's a lot of politics coming up. The anniversary of JFK's death, the anniversary of 9/11, Labor Day's coming up next week, I believe. There's a lot of holidays coming up. Excuse me, not holidays. They're not holidays. Excuse me. There's a lot of political events coming up. Especially, remember, what's coming up? Oh, yeah, Election Day. How can I forget about that? So please tune in to Political List because we have a lot of political news, like I said. Thank you for listening to Nerd Square Circle. Subscribe, like, share, and comment.